Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, I want to share with you the 5 things I would never be without skincare edition. Now, this is a bit of a trend that's doing the rounds here on YouTube, with lots of content creators sharing the top 10 things in their day-to-day lives that they never want to be parted from. I think 10 is quite a lot to get through in one video, so I thought let's streamline it, condense it all down into my top 5. But these are the products that I use day in, day out, and I honestly don't think my skin would be the same without them. Hopefully this will give you a little inspiration when it comes to your own skincare routine, or just provide a little light entertainment as we get through the day. So sit back, relax, let's top the top 5 things I'd never be without. Now before we get into this video, I would love for you guys to play along at home. Sound off in the comments section below with the 5 skincare items or steps that you'd never be parted from. I really want to get this conversation going, which is why I always love to hear from you. I've got a lot to get through, so I think it's time we just cut that waffle and delve straight on in. And I want to kick things off with what I think is a bit of an unsung hero in the skincare world. Urea. My skin would never be the same if I hadn't discovered urea. For like the longest time, I used to have keratosis pilaris, the old chicken skin bumps on the backs of the arms, tops of the thighs. This really damaged my skin confidence, particularly in my teens. It got to the point where I was so embarrassed by it, I didn't want to wear short sleeve t-shirts. Like, you would never have seen me in a t-shirt like this, particularly in those summer months where I thought everyone was just looking and staring. They weren't. And I think as we mature with time, we realise that actually the world perceives us in a very different way to the way that we perceive ourselves. But had I have discovered urea in my teens, it would have been a whole different experience. Hands down, this ingredient has really helped me to get on top of my bobbly skin, my keratosis pilaris, made the biggest difference. I now have so much confidence that I'm happy to wear a t-shirt, show my arms to the world. Whether the world is actually ready to see them, that's a different matter. But for me, urea has been like a standout performer in my skincare routine. There's a couple of things to know when it comes to this ingredient. If you're looking to use it on the body to tackle any textural irregularities, the keratosis pilaris, go for something between a 10 and a 15% concentration, where you'll get the maximum results in the shortest possible time. On the face, urea can also be wonderful. It's a humectant, so it draws in and retains moisture in itself, but it is also a protein softener, so it can give you that baby softness that I think we all crave. If you're using this ingredient on the face, I would probably go for something in a 5 to 7.5% concentration. Anything more than that, and it could just be a little bit irritating, so kind of bear that in mind. You can go for a higher concentration on the body. On the face, keep it in a lower strength. This is the main reason why I created this, which is the Mad About Skin Maximum Impact Moisturiser, and put a 5% concentration of urea in it. I was really struggling to find a urea formulated moisturiser that kind of worked on my face. I've got this one, which is the Ultrist for the body, but this one delivers for me day in, day out. I just get the benefits of this ingredient in my moisturiser, and my skin is so much softer as a result. Urea has helped me boost my skin confidence, and I would never be without it in my skincare routine. Now let's come on to eye masks. Now, this is a bit of a controversial one when it comes to skincare, with lots of people in the skincare community saying eye masks, patches and gels are just a waste of money, and actually you can get all the great benefits that you see from these in your standard serums. This is absolutely the case, but sometimes eye gels, eye patches can just be a really quick fix. I think the under eye area is one of the most sensitive, so you have to be very careful with the ingredients and strengths that you use. It's also the first to show those signs of aging, so we can get a little bit self-conscious about a crepey under eye area, the crow's feet, and sometimes just the excessive dryness that we all experience in that area. For me, I love a good eye gel. I feel like they add a little element of the spa to my skincare routine. You know, it's something different. It's that satisfaction of actually peeling them off. And I do think you get enhanced benefits. My top tip, though, would be to choose the ones you reach for wisely. Don't just grab for the first one at the drugstore, because often the cheapest ones are packed full of sensitizing ingredients, they're over fragrance, and they don't really have any beneficial ingredients alongside all of that. These two, though, are my holy grails. This is the Boots Vitamin C Brightening Hydrogel Patches, 79p. So good. Put them on in the morning, deeply hydrate the under eye area. They really just smooth it out, and over time give some brightness and luminosity to the area. If I want something a bit more heavy duty, maybe I'm having my photo taken, I'm going to an event, I want to feel special, I reach for these, which is the Jackson Lane Bro Mask. Like, hands down, the best formulation you've ever seen in eye gel. I wish they did this formulation in a serum, because I would buy it and use it every single day. You've got so many wonderful ingredients to target aging in the skin, to boost hydration, foundation to smooth everything out, tackle any discoloration, the dark circles, and puffiness that we have. It's like a one and done for the under eye area, which I love. These are slightly more expensive than the Boots ones, so I use them a bit more sparingly on those days where I do need just that extra boost of confidence and want my under eye area to look its best. But there is definitely a place in your skincare routine for hydrogel patches. Just choose the right ones and make sure that they've got some additional benefit beyond what you'll get from the rest of your serums. I wouldn't be without them. I use them 2 or 3 times a week and definitely notice the difference. Now, third on this list are vitamin C derivatives. I've been championing derivative forms of vitamin C ever since I launched this channel 3 years ago, and I definitely think there's a place for them in your skincare routine. There are people out there that say vitamin C derivatives are less effective than pure form vitamin C, ascorbic or L-ascorbic acid, and they provide less antioxidant protection. Now, there is definitely some science to say that that might be the case, but it doesn't mean that they're completely useless. I actually think there's a time and a place for a vitamin C derivative, and we could all benefit from them. A lot of people can't tolerate pure form vitamin C, ascorbic or L-ascorbic acid on their skin. They get that prickling, sensitivity, redness and irritation, and that's our skin just telling us this isn't the right ingredient for us. I don't want to think that anyone is missing out just because they can't tolerate ascorbic acid, which is where vitamin C derivatives come in. They also have some additional benefits. They can tend to be quite hydrating, they're much better tolerated on the skin, so less likely to trigger inflammation and sensitivity. For me, I found the best way to deal with vitamin C in my own routine is to go in with a pure form vitamin C a couple of times a week. That gives you like the maximum benefits and some great antioxidant protection. On the other days where I don't use ascorbic acid, I'll reach for a vitamin C derivative. This allows me to harness the more gentle form of derivatives whilst getting some brightening, luminosity and anti-aging benefits from the serum too. It kind of gives me the best of both worlds. I don't miss out on vitamin C because I can't tolerate it every single day, but I'm not kind of fighting through that, overusing it and triggering irritation and sensitivity in the skin. I would definitely recommend, if your skin is a little bit sensitive to vitamin C in its pure form, maybe take it down a notch. Go for a lower concentration, maybe use it every other day, and on those off days, reach for a vitamin C derivative instead. Your skin will love it. It'll add back some hydration, particularly if you go for one in an oil-based formulation like this, the ascorbyl tetroisopalmitate solution from The Ordinary, and it'll help with that luminosity boost in the long term. Vitamin C derivatives are true unsung heroes, and I would never be without mine in my skincare routine. Now, in at number 4 on this list are these cream cleansers. I think often the times the narrative is you either choose between a balm cleanser or a gel cleanser, and they're the really only 2 options. There's not. There's something in between called a cream cleanser, which, if you haven't tried, you could be missing out. Now, similar with vitamin C derivatives, I think there's a time and a place for using a cream cleanser. I don't use them every single day, but I always have a couple to choose from in my skincare collection. But when my skin needs it, these are the cleansers that I always reach for. So cream cleansers are less likely to strip and dry the skin than a gel cleanser, but they're easier to remove than a balm cleanser. So for me, they're like the best of both worlds. I use them in the cooler winter months when my skin is more dryness prone and I need a little extra nourishment and hydration. They feel so elegant, so bougie on the skin, and they're really great to do a facial massage with because they never lose that slip. I am definitely a fan of cream cleansers, and also the best thing about them, super cheap. If you've ever looked at like balm cleansers or oil cleansers and thought, okay, they're quite pricey, they're almost reaching into like the luxury skincare market and they're beyond your budget, go for a cream cleanser instead. They're way cheaper to formulate with, so they come with a lower price point. These are some of my favourites. This is the Pond's Cold Cream. It's been around for decades. People have been loving this since like the 40s and 50s, and for good reason. Heavy duty. It gets everything off the skin, but leaves you feeling beautifully soft and hydrated. I personally don't reach for this day in day out because it's not a cruelty-free brand. Instead, I will use this. This is the Boots Traditional Skin Cream. Exact same formulation, except it's cheaper, you get more product, and it's cruelty-free. So if you're in the UK, Europe, Thailand, anywhere you can get to a Boots, try this out. Your skin will love it. Same great results as Pond's, but like I say, cheaper and cruelty-free. Because I'm such a fan of the cream cleansers, when it came to creating a cleanser for my own skincare line, the Mad About Skin collection, I went with the cream formulation. This is a gentle jelly cleanser, and this is slightly different to these two in that it goes on in a really rich cream, very similar texture to say the Pond's. But when you add a little water to it, it kind of transforms into a gel, making it super easy to rinse off the skin. If you've been a little bit daunted by reaching for cream cleansers because you think they might just be a little bit too stubborn to shift, reach for something like this. It's almost like a cream gel hybrid. Again, just in guaranteeing you get the best of both worlds when it comes to your cleansing experience. I love cream cleansers. They feel luxurious, they feel like you're really treating the skin, and you definitely get meaningful hydration in the way that you struggle to get from traditional gel cleansers. Finally, I would never be without my retinals. This is a bit of a discovery in 2022 where I switched from over-the-counter retinol to retinal. Lots of studies were starting to show just how effective it can be in terms of anti-aging, but with less risk of irritation than with traditional retinols. I was sold when I read those, and honestly, the results have kind of convinced me this is the way forward. Whilst there are lots of different types of vitamin A derivative, I think retinal is the best of the over-the-counter versions. Yes, you can get enhanced results reaching for tretinoin, which is often prescription strength, but if you're looking for something that doesn't need that dermatologist visit, you can reach for over-the-counter, go for a retinal. Better results, less risk of irritation. My favourite is this, the Geek and Gorgeous A-Game 10 that I've been fangirling about for the longest time, but I covered in a separate video some of the best retinal recommendations. I'm going to leave a link to it up there. Check that out because it'll explain why this ingredient is so special and some of the great options on the market. Retinal is a switch I would encourage everyone to make in 2023. Trust me, you'll see the results and I would never be without it in my skincare routine. So there you have it, guys, a quick rundown of 5 products or product types that I never want to be without in my skincare routine. As you can see, I don't use these every single day, but I'd never be without them because there is a time and a place where they can just give me that benefit that I may be lacking from the rest of my routine. I would always say use what works for you. These ingredients, steps and products work so well for me, but it might not be the same for everyone out there. Our skin, like us as humans, is unique, so always bear that in mind. Reach for products that match your skin type, your budget, and ultimately what you're looking to get out of them in terms of results. Play along and sound off with your top 5 that you could never be without in the comment section below, and wherever you are in the world, guys. Stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.